Hey everyone, it's Aiden here. I just wanted to do a video on the afterlife because I promised I would. Before I do have to explain the concept of spirit guides, which, if anyone out there has studied Native American shamanism or spirituality, you probably already know what I'm talking about. Guides spirit guides are beings from the astral plane, which I'll have to explain another time. They are usually represented as animals, although sometimes they can be people. They are meant to guide you on your journey throughout the physical plane, learn the lessons you need to. They are also guardians, so they protect you on the way, but they will let you make your own choices. But they're always around. You need some help. Um, you could kind of look at them as guardian angels, but I don't like that comparison all that much. But it's just me. Um, uh, Usually, how you find them is through meditation. Although there is a spell to help them come in the dream, but especially if you're new with this, they're not going to come to you right away. They are going to come to you when they feel like you're ready for them. There's no way you can force it. You just got to be patient with them. Go with the meditations, and just wait for them. They'll come. You'll know when they come around, and they will appear to you. Um, Usually in dreams, more likely than not. But going on with the afterlife. As I said before, most Wiccans believe in reincarnation. I do too, to an extent. I believe that the whole purpose of our being reincarnated is to live many lives and learn all the lessons on the physical plane. And once we are done, we we have the three choices. I mean, look at it. When all the lessons we're meant to learn have already been learned, and our soul has become pure enough with every single one of those reincarnations, where do we go when we've learned everything and our soul has become pure enough? So I believe in the idea of three choices. One of them being going to Summerland. This is the resting place for the dead. I don't like to use the word heaven because then people think of the golden gates and the clouds and the really fancy way of putting it. I kind of look at it kind of like the evolution fields in Greek mythology. It's just kind of a peaceful place, open fields, small small houses. I just believe it's a place of rest. I don't view it as a perfect place whatsoever. Um, the next one is I believe we could become guides. What I mean by this is we go to when we have learned enough and we still want to teach. We can become the animal guides that or possibly even a guide of an element for practicing which, and go down to someone who really needs us and just guide them throughout throughout their lives, helping them learn what they need to learn and protecting them. And when their time is done and they're moving on, we could either follow them to their next incarnation or we move on to another person who needs us. I believe we have that choice. The last one, people get a little iffy around. I kind of believe that our souls can also pick to return back to the divine. And I don't want to use the term dissolve away, but become part of everyone and everything. Whether or not you lose your individuality throughout this process, I'm not really sure. I've just been thinking about this a lot lately, and it makes sense to me for that to be one of the options. It just it explains a lot to me. I'll explain. Maybe I'll explain more a little bit later. Um, it's a little bit of a scary thought if you think about it, but I don't know. I haven't been in the afterlife yet. I'm still here, and I'm just giving you what I view the afterlife. I don't really know what's right or wrong. I haven't been there, and I hope not to be there for a while. This is a little weird doing this because I actually had to fill out some paperwork earlier about where my funds go if something were to happen to me. A little uncomfortable actually. Many different Wiccans have different views of what happens after death, just like they have different theories on how the world was created. I will put a link for the main story from mine. I kind of like having other people read it instead of listening to me and kind of giving me feedback about it. It's actually based off of a story produced by Italian Witch not too long ago. If I'm not mistaken, she lived near the Vatican, I believe. That's a little out there, but for any witch to publish anything in Rome is a little. In Italy is a little. It's brave. It's very brave. As for what I'm kind of out of. I don't really know what else to talk about. I think I'm done with the afterlife. If you have any questions about the guides, feel free to ask. I guess on the last note I can add my guides. I believe that all the mystical creatures that you hear about in legends are never existed on the physical plane, but do exist in the astral plane, and I believe they actually are spiritual manifestations. I can go into more detail a little bit later, but I just want to say that before I say all my three my guides. The first one and the first one to ever appear to me was an Arctic wolf. That's very common for first guides. The wolf is a very, very loyal creature, very loving, very protective, and very wise. Although a little distant at times, but if you have a wolf guide, just give them time. They'll slowly get closer to you, but they're gonna make sure you're ready before they are constantly by you. And they may not ever. Mine's pretty distant actually, but that makes me more attracted to her. The second one, as many people dread, is a black widow spider. Now, most people have the evil kind of image of a spider, and I used to not like spiders, but once I started having a lot of spiders appear in my room back home, and I started having a black widow appear in my meditations, and then finally realizing that this was one of my guides. Well, she was one of my guides. Most of my guides are female, actually. I began to really take a look at them and really become at awe with their spider webs and their strength. These are very strong creatures. They actually symbolize illusions, magic, knowledge, creativity with the webs. These are brilliant creatures, and I definitely recommend taking a look at them a little bit closer and getting past the shell shock. I mean, not shell shock, the fear behind it. And then the last one is actually a dragon. Dragons throughout history represented power, magic, authority at times. Yeah, he's pretty aggressive actually. All around though, those who have dragons for guides, you're going to have your hands full. I guarantee that, but they are definitely very powerful guides, and they're very loyal too. I can definitely answer questions about those kind of guides because I have first-hand knowledge with them. Just when your guides does appear, be respectful. These are your teachers and these are your guardians. Do not treat them as you would to everyone else. For those who you might find that you don't believe in guides, and that's perfectly fine. That's fine. If you don't believe in it, don't worry about it. Just don't worry. I'm just saying from my own experiences, I do believe in them. I really have nothing else. Okay, moving on to the next video. Thank you for watching, and blessed be.